From the outside looking in, the world of hip-hop has seen its fair share of wild claims, strange behavior, and unexpected twists, but nothing has people buzzing right now quite like the idea that Blueface might have been replaced. And when Kanye West himself steps into the conversation, you already know things are about to get louder, crazier, and impossible to ignore. Over the last few weeks, fans have been pointing out sudden shifts in Blueface mannerisms, his voice, even his public appearances, sparking rumor after rumor that something isn't right. But when he decided to speak up, warning people that the Blueface we're seeing today might not be the real deal, the internet exploded. Did Kanye expose something bigger? Is Blueface really missing, or is this just another celebrity conspiracy fueled by the chaos of social media? Tonight, we're diving into the theories, the timelines, the eyewitness claims, and the moments that sent fans into full-blown detective mode. Whether this is a misunderstanding, a publicity stunt, or something far stranger, one thing is certain. This story is heating up fast, and Kanye's warning has everyone paying attention. Stay locked in, because what you're about to hear will challenge everything you assumed tonight. From the moment Kanye West made that cryptic post warning fans to look closely at Blueface because something ain't adding up, the hip-hop world went into full panic mode. What started as a confusing, offhand comment from Ye quickly turned into one of the most talked-about conversations online. People weren't just confused, they were curious, suspicious, and more than anything, ready to believe that something dark might be happening behind the scenes. And if there's one thing Kanye knows how to do, it's stir the pot in a way that forces the entire industry to stop and pay attention. Kanye's warning didn't come out of nowhere. Over the last several months, Blueface has been showing behavior that fans describe as off, robotic, or not like himself at all. This didn't start with a single moment, it built slowly over time. At first, people assumed Blueface was simply dealing with legal pressure, relationship drama, or the usual celebrity ups and downs. But as the days passed and new videos began circulating, fans started comparing his older clips to the new ones side by side. The difference was noticeable enough that even people who weren't hardcore Blueface fans were chiming in, pointing out changes in his speech patterns, his body language, and even the way he interacted with fans. Then came the interviews, short, awkward, distant. Blueface looked tired, unfocused, almost like he wasn't fully present. Normally, he's known for his chaotic, unpredictable, comedian-style personality. He's the type to laugh loudly, joke recklessly, and call people out without hesitation. But the new Blueface? He seemed quieter, more controlled, almost like someone had coached him on every sentence. Clips began circulating with captions like, "This guy ain't Blueface," and "Whoever this is, he's trying too hard to act like him." And while conspiracy theories are nothing new in hip-hop, this one felt different because of how many people agreed something truly felt off. But the real turning point came when a fan posted a side-by-side comparison of Blueface's jaw structure, claiming his bone shape looked different in recent videos. Another fan pointed out changes in tattoos, small details that didn't look identical to older pics. Suddenly, people began asking questions. Was Blueface recovering from surgery? Was he being hidden because of legal trouble? Was he dealing with health issues his team didn't want to reveal? Or, according to the most extreme theory, was the real Blueface missing? This was the moment where Kanye West stepped in. He has always been vocal about the entertainment industry, often warning fans about things he believes are hidden from the public. So when he commented on Blueface's situation, the tone instantly shifted. Kanye didn't provide details, didn't clarify, didn't soften the message. He simply dropped the warning and walked away from the internet for the rest of the day. And that's what made it even scarier. Within hours, people began digging into Blueface's recent timeline. They noticed that he hadn't been seen in public as often as usual. Some of his latest photos seemed recycled or overly edited. Videos posted on his official pages felt strangely staged. And his voice, normally energetic and sharp, sounded deeper or duller in some clips. Fans also pointed out that his dynamic with Christian Rock looked different, almost distant, as if the person standing next to her wasn't the same man she had been fighting with publicly for months. In addition, Blueface's legal troubles added fuel to the fire. With ongoing court cases and sudden changes in his custody situation, many wondered whether something happened behind the scenes that the public wasn't being told. Was he being kept away? Was someone managing his image differently? Or was this all one massive misunderstanding amplified by Kanye's single comment? The theories didn't calm down, they exploded. Some fans suggested Blueface might have intentionally stepped back from the spotlight and that the new version seen online was simply him trying to act more mature. Others argued that Ye was trolling or stirring drama. But the majority of people kept pointing back to the same idea. If Kanye warned the public, there must be something he saw that others missed. And that's where the mystery begins, because from this point forward, things only get stranger. As the rumors gained traction, fans began retracing Blueface's timeline, looking for the exact moment things began to feel different. What they uncovered wasn't just one suspicious incident, it was a pattern that stretched back months. And the deeper people looked, the more uncomfortable the situation became. It didn't help that every time Blueface popped up on social media, the vibe felt increasingly strange. His presence lacked the raw, unfiltered chaos he was famous for. Instead of the impulsive, loud, wild Blueface that had built a reputation off being unpredictable, this version felt reserved, almost scripted, as if someone else were controlling the narrative from backstage. Around this time, one moment stood out. A live stream Blueface did with fans where he sounded unusually slow, his responses short and delayed. Multiple viewers commented that his voice didn't match his normal tone, and the video quickly became a magnet for conspiracy theories. People claimed his cadence was off, his laughing sounded forced, and his facial expressions didn't match the energy of what he was saying. Some fans even slowed down the footage, pointing out tiny glitches in his mannerisms that felt unnatural. It seemed like everyone was suddenly becoming a body language expert, analyzing every blink, smirk, and head movement for evidence. But the internet wasn't done digging. A fan-run page began posting older clips of Blueface from interviews and comparing them to recent ones. In older footage, he had a relaxed confidence, a sarcastic charm, almost like he didn't care whether people loved him or hated him. But in newer videos, he appeared stiff, guarded, and occasionally confused, like he was trying to remember lines someone fed him off camera. This wasn't the same loose cannon energy he was known for. It was something else, something fans couldn't quite describe but instantly recognized as wrong. Then the tattoo discourse started. Fans noticed differences in the shading of tattoos that should have remained the same. One viral post claimed that the alignment of his face tattoo appeared slightly shifted. Another showed screenshots of his hand tattoos from 2022 compared to 2024, claiming that the details looked smoother, like they'd been recently redone or copied. Although tattoo changes aren't uncommon for artists, the internet was in conspiracy mode, and every tiny detail became potential evidence. And then came the biggest twist: Blueface's sudden decrease in public appearances. Normally, he was everywhere: clubs, podcasts, Instagram lives, messy public moments with Chrisian Rock, viral arguments with family members, you name it. But in the months leading up to the clone rumors, Blueface wasn't as visible. When he did appear, it was mostly in short clips that felt edited or carefully controlled. It was like his team wanted the world to see him, but only on their terms. This fed into the growing belief that someone might be trying to create an illusion of normalcy. Around this time, another theory popped up, that Blueface was intentionally being kept away for legal reasons. With multiple cases pending, court restrictions, and unpredictable relationship drama, some people speculated that his inner circle might have decided to limit his appearances to avoid further trouble. This was the most realistic theory, but Kanye's warning had pushed people far past realistic explanations. Every time Blueface posted something, it fueled the fire. A photo with Chrisian looked stiff and awkward, almost like two strangers posing. A video with whack 100 raised eyebrows because Blueface barely spoke. Even his posture became a topic. Some fans claimed he stood differently, walked differently, even held his phone differently. If there was a way to analyze him, the internet found it. But the most chilling theory came from fans who believed Blueface might be facing real danger, either from industry politics, personal beefs, or the legal system. Some speculated he could be in protective custody or dealing with private health issues. Others believed he was being hidden to protect him from escalating drama. Still, no one expected Kanye West to amplify the conversation. His warning made people rethink everything they'd seen. The narrative shifted from "Blueface is acting weird" to "Is Blueface even safe?" And once that door opened, fans couldn't stop walking through it. Whether the theories were real, exaggerated, or completely off track didn't matter. The internet had made up its mind. Something wasn't right, and they were determined to get answers. By the time the clone rumors reached their peak, the conversation had shifted from simple internet speculation to full-blown cultural commentary. People weren't just wondering whether Blueface was acting strange. They were questioning what the entertainment industry might be capable of behind closed doors. And if there's one thing fans know, it's that whenever a celebrity goes quiet, moves differently, or suddenly changes their behavior, the internet fills in the blanks with the wildest theories possible. But in this case, some details were too strange to ignore, and every piece of the puzzle only made the picture more bizarre. One of the strangest moments happened when Blueface appeared at an event wearing oversized sunglasses indoors, refusing to take them off even during a backstage interview. Fans immediately noticed that his facial expressions were barely visible, and his body language didn't match the upbeat tone he was trying to express. For someone who used to pride himself on being raw and unfiltered, it felt out of character. People began posting screenshots, pointing out that he barely smiled, barely blinked, and barely moved his eyes. It was almost like he didn't want anyone looking too closely. Another moment that set social media on fire involved an interview where Blueface paused multiple times mid-sentence, almost like his thoughts were buffering. He'd start speaking, stop abruptly, glance off camera, then continue as if nothing happened. These pauses weren't the typical Blueface interruptions fans were used to. They were longer, almost robotic. Viewers began calling the clip creepy, saying it felt like watching a different version of him entirely. And, of course, Kanye's warning added a chilling layer to every suspicious moment. Then came the rumors involving his family. Blueface's mother, Carlisa, known for her outspoken personality and willingness to expose anything and anyone, suddenly became quieter about her son. Usually, she'd be online every week spilling details, arguing with fans, or addressing drama directly. But when the clone rumors popped up, she didn't deny anything. Instead, she posted vague messages saying she was praying for him and hoping he's okay. This only made fans more concerned. Why wasn't she shutting the rumors down? Why wasn't she defending her son like she normally would? Some people believed she knew more than she was saying. On top of that, Blueface's relationship with Kanye West became strangely distant. For months, their toxic back-and-forth filled headlines. But now every time they were seen together, they looked stiff, almost disconnected. Kanye, who usually posted every detail of their life online, wasn't saying much about him either. She wasn't calling him out, she wasn't bragging about him, she wasn't ranting, she was unusually quiet. Fans speculated she was keeping her distance because something felt off, or because she wasn't dealing with the real Blueface. Then came the voice change debate. In several recent videos, Blueface's voice sounded deeper, slower, or just different. Some fans blamed audio filters, bad microphones, or stress, but others insisted the changes were too dramatic to ignore. They began comparing old rants, interviews, and even his music to newer clips. Some claimed he no longer had the same tone or swagger in his speech. Others said he sounded like someone trying to imitate Blueface's style, but missing key details. Regardless of the explanation, the conversation refused to die. Meanwhile, industry insiders remained silent. Not one major artist came forward to defend him or refute the rumors. Even Wack 100, who normally comments aggressively on everything involving Blueface, gave confusing answers when asked about the situation. In one interview, he simply said, "Blueface is around," without offering proof or details. His vague response only escalated the speculation. If Blueface was fine, why wouldn't his team show him live, unfiltered, or at least address the rumors directly? This silence became one of the most suspicious elements. Fans argued that if nothing was wrong, the easiest way to end the conversation would be for Blueface to go live for 5 minutes, talk normally, and wipe away the rumors instantly. But that never happened. Every new video looked edited or pre-recorded, and every appearance seemed staged. By this point, people weren't just asking if Blueface had changed. They were asking why he'd changed, who was behind it, and what Kanye might have known. The mystery kept growing, and with it, the fear that the truth might be much stranger than anyone expected. As the theories reached maximum intensity, fans began demanding real answers. But the more people searched, the more confusing the situation became. Every new appearance from Blueface felt like it raised more questions than it answered. And because Kanye West had sparked the conversation with such a bold warning, the public expected someone from Blueface's circle to step up and clear the air. Instead, the silence continued, interviews grew stranger, and Blueface's online presence felt more artificial by the day. It was almost as if the narrative around him was being controlled, shaped, or filtered before anyone had the chance to interact with him directly. This lack of transparency pushed the internet into a frenzy, and fans were now dissecting everything, from lighting angles to hand movements, as evidence. The strangest moment in the entire timeline came when Blueface released a short video attempting to address the rumors. In the clip, he stood still, barely moving his head, speaking slowly as if reading off a screen. His voice didn't carry the natural rhythm he was known for. He didn't crack jokes, he didn't get defensive, and he didn't call out the trolls, something he always did when rumors targeted him in the past. Instead, he spoke calmly, almost too calmly, saying people needed to chill. But the eerie vibe of the video had the opposite effect. Fans began looping the clip, pointing out how his eye contact didn't shift the way it used to, how his smile seemed forced, and how the background looked like a green screen. The attempt to stop the theories only made them stronger. Even stranger were the photos posted the following week. In one picture, Blueface stood with a group of friends, but fans noticed his posture seemed stiff, like he'd been photoshopped into the frame. Another image showed him in the studio, but fans swore his tattoos looked slightly altered, the lighting looked unnatural, and his facial structure seemed different again. Some called it angles, others called it editing, but conspiracy theorists insisted these were signs of a cover-up. And because no one close to Blueface offered reassurance, people took the silence as confirmation. Meanwhile, Kanye's original message was still haunting the conversation. He had moved on, posting new content unrelated to Blueface. But to fans, this was even more suspicious. Why would Kanye drop such a heavy statement and never mention it again? Some believed it was intentional, that Kanye knew something he couldn't fully expose without risking backlash from the industry. Others insisted Kanye was just stirring drama, as he's done before. But because Kanye's warnings have historically aligned with deeper industry issues, many people refused to dismiss him. His reputation for calling out uncomfortable truths gave weight to the theories. At the same time, rumors spread that Blueface might be dealing with legal restrictions preventing him from speaking freely. Fans pointed to court orders, probation guidelines, and ongoing cases that could limit his movement or public interaction. This theory felt more realistic, but it didn't explain the inconsistencies in his appearance, voice, or behavior. If Blueface was simply under legal pressure, why did he seem physically and emotionally different? Why did he behave like someone cautiously following a script? The body double theory became popular next. Fans speculated that Blueface's team might be using a stand-in to maintain his public image while he dealt with personal issues privately. People pointed to celebrities like Eminem and Gucci Mane, who were both subjects of clone rumors in the past. The pattern felt familiar. Rapper disappears, reappears acting different, and suddenly conspiracy theories explode. But this time, fans insisted the differences were too strong to ignore. Side-by-side comparisons circulated everywhere, each one highlighting a new detail that didn't match. And then there were the fans who believed something darker was going on. They theorized that Blueface might be missing or in danger, and that public appearances were being manufactured to avoid panic or protect business interests. These theories were extreme, but Kanye's involvement made them difficult to dismiss. Some argued that Kanye used vague warnings when he wanted to speak out but couldn't share details publicly. If he truly believed Blueface wasn't himself, what did that imply about the situation behind the scenes? As all of this unfolded, the public realized one thing. No matter how many videos Blueface posted, no matter how many photos surfaced, the energy wasn't the same. Something had shifted, whether it was him, his team, or the narrative surrounding him. And until someone spoke up with undeniable proof, the question remained wide open. Was Blueface simply evolving, or was something far more unsettling happening out of view? At this point, the only thing certain about Blueface's situation is that nothing feels certain at all. From the strange interviews to the quiet family responses to Kanye West's chilling warning, the pieces don't line up in a way that makes anyone feel confident we know the full truth. And that's why this story matters. Whether it's a misunderstanding, a mental health struggle, a legal situation, a publicity stunt, or something far more mysterious, it's important that fans pay attention, ask questions, and push for transparency. Celebrities may live public lives, but they're still surrounded by teams, contracts, and pressures that can hide what's really going on behind the scenes. So if you're invested in the truth, don't stop digging. Keep watching the interviews, keep questioning the inconsistencies, and keep holding the industry accountable for the narratives it pushes. And more importantly, stay tapped into this channel, because we're going to continue watching this situation closely. If new details drop, if Blueface speaks out directly, or if Kanye decides to clarify his warning, you'll hear about it here first. Don't just scroll past this story. Stay locked in, stay aware, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next update.